Hello all and welcome back to another wonderful Ponytown news update video. Today we have ourselves version 0.88.0. This includes a lot of new cosmetic options, a new drag and drop color options, and all kinds of wonderful things like that. It is a large update we have, and there's a lot of things here as I've just mentioned, but as you can see here, the list is quite large. The main thing that I want to talk about, of course, is just going through these and showing how the new drag and drop options and things like that work. But I also want to talk about some of these fixes and these optimizations and things like that. Namely, this one right here at the very bottom that says decreased waiting time when joining a game server. I don't know how true this is because I haven't really been able to play with it too much, but it does seem like it might be a little bit faster for you to enter a game now, which is fantastic. And it's something that I've kind of noticed is a weird thing. It was very random, but now it should be much faster. They, of course, also fixed a bunch of other things, and none of that other stuff matters. None of that other stuff matters. All you care about are all these new customization options. So let's go ahead and go to the character options and play around with that. You may notice a few new things. So let's go ahead and start with a new character. How about that? Now, the first thing you're going to notice is that there is now a front body option and a back body option, as well as a color body option thing. It's a color pattern for the body. So you can mix and match this stuff as much as you want. You can have fluff. That's right, you can have fluff for the first time ever in the game. They have actual fluff. It's actual fluff. Look at that. It's fluffy. You can have actual fluff in the game. I think that's going to make a lot of people happy, and I can't wait to see what people do with it because it's going to be fantastic. But of course, they have all these color patterns for your fluff and stuff like that. So if you want a fluff like this and change just this part and this part, maybe you can do some kind of cool helmet type thing with that. Who knows? I don't know. But they also added these back body options, which allow you to essentially get Kirin back plates, if that makes sense. And then, of course, we have more options. We have what is now a Kirin horn. It's right here. We have a Kirin horn. And the Kirin magic actually is slightly different than the regular magic that we're used to. I just pressed the wrong thing, but it is slightly different. The only reason why it's slightly different is because it's a slightly different shape. But as you can see, that has that shape and this has this shape. So it is different. And that is a nice little thing that you guys can play around with. Perhaps maybe you can come up with things with that. Of course, we have all kinds of patterns for that horn. I actually kind of like this one. We could do a little bit like that, and then look at that. We have a birch tree growing out of our head. I think that's wonderful. Don't you think that's wonderful? And of course, we have all kinds of other options. We have side horns that we can mix and match with this. We can even, do this. We've already always been able to do that, but you get what I'm saying. We have all kinds of new options like that, and of course it doesn't end there. The other main thing that I want to talk about is with the items tab, because we have a new category over here in the head tab. So if we go over here, we've always of course had the head accessories, which honestly could be renamed to hat accessories or something like that, because, well, that's technically what they are, but I don't know. Then we have, of course, ear accessories, which we have a couple of new ear accessories. We have the ribbon. We can now play it around with a ribbon on our ear, as well as mix and match that. So we can have a bow on one ear, and then we can have a microphone on the other or something like that. Isn't that cool? Look at that. We have mic. We have a bow and a mic. Mix and match, gamers. We can, of course, play around with the new forehead accessories. Now, the forehead accessories, hopefully this gets expanded on in the future, but the forehead accessories only contain the flower crown. So this means you can now have a flower crown, plus a hat, plus an ear accessory, and so on. It is a wonderful thing, because you can mix and match so much more, whereas before you couldn't mix and match that much. And I think that's going to make a lot of people happy, because the flower crown, I feel like, didn't get a lot of use, and this might mean it gets more use. Other than that, there's obviously things like the new pants that we have and patterns for all these cool things and stuff like that, but there's not really much else to really talk about with the update, because it's pretty much all just, hey, there's new things. There's a Kirin towel. Did you know there's a new Kirin towel? And whatever this is, it's a towel too, but you know what I mean. The only other thing to really talk about is the color options and how you can now drag and drop. If I really want this color, before all I had to do was Control-C or right-click and then hit copy and then go into this other one and then hit paste, and boom, now I had the color in two places. Before, that's what we had to do. It was a long, tedious process, but now all I have to do is grab that color and drag it over onto the other thing, and then I can do that again, and now the whole thing is green. Wait, there's a couple more things that are green, but those are locked. How how would I unlock it? Well, obviously you can press it and unlock it, but if you're lazy like me, you can of course drag and hover over that lock, and then boom, that is as simple as it can be. There is no, there it goes. That one, I guess, was lag or something because it didn't work. But there you have it. We now have a green tail. It's almost Skella-like and stuff. But other than that, there's not really much else to talk about. Have fun exploring all these new changes to all the accessories and things like that. The changelog really doesn't have much else to really talk about, other than, again, you might see a little bit of a quicker time getting into games. So yeah, I do hope that you enjoyed. I hope you found this informative or useful in some way. If you did, please do consider liking, subscribing, sharing, and doing all those wonderful things like that. Because when you do those wonderful things like that, not only do you get access to wonderful content such as this, but you also get to become wonderful yourself. And I think we all want that. So do those wonderful things, and until next time, stay wonderful.